Hello, everyone. My name is Raj Kapoor, and welcome to today's Masterclass Guidance to Wealth. Here we will discuss the strategies we have used to help our clients achieve escape from financial insecurity and debt and grow their wealth to have the blissful life they desire, going from dread zone to dream zone. This probably isn't your first online masterclass. And I know there are plenty out there that ramble on and tell useless stories that don't teach you anything. So if it's okay with you, let's jump right into it and get to the good stuff. I know your time is precious, so here's how to know if my strategies will work for you. This is for executives and entrepreneurs who earn healthy incomes. But instead of having the wealth they thought would come with their income, they're not financially stable. And if you want to learn how to heal your financial situation and get on the road to wealth and create freedom and success for yourself, this next 30 minutes will be the best time you have ever invested in learning. I'm going to give you a step by step blueprint to create a successful, financially wealthy life where you are living in harmony with wealth and money and are debt free. Well, let's be clear, this isn't some get rich quick scheme. No, I want to get results without doing the work. No pretenders. You have to be ready to make a change, or I can't help you. My results and the results I'm going to share today are anything but typical. But before we get into all the good stuff, let's check in and see where you are at real quick. Does this sound like you? You are living a lifestyle which others envy, but you are in deep credit card debt. And as the months go by, to keep up your lifestyle, you borrow more, work long hours, but are unable to get a handle on it. You are terrified of losing your job because you are a paycheck away from the house of cards falling apart, such as missing car payments, mortgage payments, defaulting on loans, or even facing foreclosure. You're scared of unexpected sickness or are afraid of medical payments. You're postponing the braces for your child who desperately needs it. You're ashamed that you're earning a healthy income yet have the debt you cannot seem to get out of. If you have declared bankruptcy before, the shame is deeper. You know better, but somehow got here again. You are untruthful with your spouse or loved ones about your financial situation. Do you and your partner fight about money? Or maybe you have even separated from your partner due to the stress that debt has caused. You lie to your spouse about your spending. You hide purchases. You have been embarrassed when paying for a meal to have your credit card declined because it's at its limit again. You worry about teaching your children the money management skills they need to be successful. You worry your children will be reckless spenders like you. You have no retirement savings and little savings. You're scared of what will happen after you retire, or you cannot see the retirement in your future at all. You're terrified that you're going to lose the lifestyle you have worked so hard to achieve. You feel like you have hit the ceiling on your income because you can't possibly work any harder and feel there is no way to bring in more cash flow. Do you feel like you're going to spend the rest of your life just keeping your head above water when it comes to money instead of enjoying the wealth you want to have? If any of this sounds like you, I have great news because none of these problems is real problem. Those are just the symptoms. The real problem is that you haven't had what I like to call the five insights, five Powerful perceptions that will finally help you look beyond the surface of what's not working in your financial life. Your relationships will be better than you ever imagined. You never realize how good your relationships with your partner could be. You will be proud to be a positive role model for your children, and they will have wealth building habits and a positive relationship with money. They learn from you. You'll be able to spend and live a good lifestyle as you know due to your investments more is coming and your money is compounding. You will be well set for your retirement and have no worries of unexpected expenditures as you are fully covered and living a wealthy lifestyle. You work because you want to, not because you have to. I'm Raj Kapoor and I am your wealth coach. I have over 30 years of experience in the finance field, working in for profit and not for profit organizations and having multiple businesses. I have worked with hundreds of my clients, friends, and colleagues, but I was my first client. When I moved to the United States, all I had was $20 in my pocket and a dream. I earned my MBA and thought I knew everything that was taught in the school and college to be successful and wealthy. However, school doesn't teach us money skills, and I struggled. I was misled and cheated out of my money, which left me $50,000 in debt. I realized where I had gone wrong, and instead of declaring bankruptcy, which many told me I should, I decided to build as much knowledge as I could, and I developed a framework that let me completely turn my life around. I'm living a life that I once dreamed of. I believe you attract what you are. And so personal development is a top priority at all times for me. Once I discovered this framework for myself and I began sharing it with friends and colleagues. And I have realized there are some things that super successful people do that make them seem lucky in others' eyes. And those are the insights I'm going to share with you today. The same insights I've shared with my clients who have created a wealthy lifestyle and overcome their wealth and money struggles. So, let's get right into it. So, insight number one, wealth is mind over money. But this is not about willpower or budgets. It's bigger than that. You attract what you are. I know you want all the juicy wealth generation stuff, and trust me, we'll get there in a couple of minutes. But I can tell you from experience that I can talk all about strategy. But if you are self sabotaging at a deeper level, nothing will work for you. If you have tried things in past and had them lift temporarily only to come crashing back down or to find that you didn't know what to do next, this is the mechanism that's at play. In all the coaching I have done with super successful people over the course of my 30-year career in the finance field, I can tell you this. They all have a mindful practice designed to align their subconscious beliefs with their conscious actions. You attract what you are. This isn't just metaphysical. Your unconscious preferences and expectations make your reality. The real difference between super successful and wealthy individuals and those who make good money but still struggle is whether or not they have a success mindset geared to wealth attraction and good wealth habits. See, your daily life runs between 85 to 90% by your subconscious, and deep down, if you believe you will never be wealthy, even though consciously you want it, it will happen for a little while, and then you will self sabotage yourself. These patterns show up in your job and your business life too. Sometimes you take a step forward, but the fear of success holds you back. This is why you may do well for a while and start paying down debt and growing your savings. But then something comes up and have major expense and fall back into old patterns. Then next step becomes is to blame others. Blame the economy, customers, clients, boss, and the world at large. Now you have worked hard and done the same things everyone else is doing. So obviously you can't blame yourself. Can you? You see, these patterns keep on repeating in your life, and as you keep on making more money and keep on progressing, the negative patterns keep up, and you still come where you are struggling even after making good money. As I said, wealth is mind over money. You attract what you are. Are you indulging in get rich quick schemes? Well, how many of those work? Well, they work for the person who is selling these schemes. Are you investing in yourself? I have seen many times even coaches who coach others need to invest in themselves by getting their own coach. Right now, the world's top executives, entrepreneurs, and even coaches have their own coaches to direct them to their goals. To sum up, your subconscious has been recording stories since before you were born. If you're struggling, that's a reflection of a program that's holding you back. What are the stories you heard about money when you were growing up? How was the relationship your parents had with money? Who did you learn about money and wealth from? Who are you learning from now? Whose advice do you take on money matters? See, the chances are it's showing up both in the way you act and in the results you're getting in your business and your life. Have you been conditioned with money is the root of all evil? Or money does not grow on trees? Money is scarce and you have to work very hard and cheat people to get it. Poor people are pious, etc., etc. When I changed my relationship with money and wealth, my life completely changed. I was in debt of $50,000 in the early 1990s, making less than $27,000 per year. When I was defrauded, but I was able to pay off all my debts in less than 3 years. And the reason I was able to do this came down to me changing my mindset about money. This is an essential part of everyone's journey who does not possess money consciousness. If you think money is bad and rich people are evil, well, you will not attract opportunities to grow your wealth and you will sabotage the wealth you do accumulate. If you believe that money is good and the root of all wealth in life, well, then it will serve you this way. See, hear, and feel yourself in that state where money problems are not an issue. Insight number 2. Your budgets need to work for you and not the other way around. Do you use a budget? Well, your budget needs to work for you. And that can only happen if it's highly customized. This is a part of creating the blueprint for your financial life. Creating a vision and how you need to know what you are saving in order to delay gratification. While most people know they should have a budget and many have tried it, it's something that few people do long term. Why not? Because most people set a budget that they think they should live by and not the budget that works for them. Most budgets are designed to restrain you and are quickly broken and then abandoned. Most people don't create a budget that is actually their wealth blueprint. My goal here again is to change your mindset about budgeting and saving, which are essential elements of your wealth blueprint, and conscious and aware spending is crucial. You see, we are a nation of non savers, and a government shutdown recently very clearly showed how federal employees living from paycheck to paycheck were in complete disarray and could not manage up to two paychecks. See, this debt epidemic is on the rise. Credit card balances carried from month to month continue to inch up, reaching 420.22 billion in late 2018, according to NerdWallet's annual analysis of US household debt. That's an increase of about 5% over last year, and for Americans carrying that debt, the impact is significant. So, are you among the many in the debt category or a few who are debt free? It should not be like this. To live life freely and be worry free, you need first to generate wealth, which includes making money and saving money. This is what will allow you to have the reserves needed for emergencies. Everyone at one time or another faces these realities when they may lose a job. The company may go bankrupt. Medical conditions make it impossible to work, or needs for your loved ones or home maintenance shows up. So you never know. So preparedness is the key. Getting into debt, which is the easy road to take, is a trap. Credit cards provide such easy access to money, but quickly the interest adds up and the debt grows. I've been down this lane and know the consequences. I want to make sure you take this seriously so you can live and enjoy the life you want. Nothing is easy. It takes work to make things work. Budget and tracking of expenses will give you the discipline, and you will know what you are spending the money on. How a budget can help? It helps reveal wasteful spending. It can reduce stress. It helps control spending. It is essential to your wealth blueprint. Peter Drucker so aptly states, if you can measure, you can improve. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, to some, budgeting is a dirty word. To others, it frustrates them, or they feel overwhelmed by it. Do understand that the power of budgeting is very strong in achieving your financial dreams. As I said, the budget needs to work for you and not the other way around. Why is it important to have a wealth blueprint for life? See, if you have the roadmap, or let's say a GPS, it tells you how to reach your destination in the shortest or fastest possible way. Similarly, if you have a wealth blueprint, a roadmap, your wealth life, which is in struggle now, can be an easy one. Insight number 3, make your money work for you. Invest in yourself. Growth begets wealth. Are you living in your comfort zone? Are you making good money but aspire for more? You want to have more, achieve more, but do not know how? Are you and your family in the habit of instant gratification? Are you seeing others enjoy their life on Facebook, YouTube, and other social media and feel you are left for the daily grind with no way out? You spend every dollar you have to keep up with your friends, neighbors, and colleagues. Are you one of those that believes that some people are born lucky to be rich and wealthy and you're not handed that card? Well, here's the truth. It is easier to get rich and wealthy in this day and age than ever before in the history of human civilization. Everyone with the right mindset and relationship with wealth can live a rich, wealthy, and fulfilling life. Lack of financial knowledge caused people to struggle with money. And one of the biggest mistakes most people make is not investing in themselves first. I know you're thinking, Raj, I have debt. How do you expect me to pay myself when I struggle to cover my current expenses? Many people see this just as putting money into savings or retirement. And as your personal chief financial officer, I will advise you to do those things. However, it goes deeper than that. This also includes investing your time into yourself to build the necessary habits to create wealth and to continue expanding your mind and knowledge. Keep on learning and moving forward. That is what life is. Growth is the key. Everything in nature is growing. If it is not growing, then it is dying. See, wealth is not created overnight, even in the cases where it looks like it was. After 20 years of hard work, one becomes an overnight success. It's an old saying, champions don't become champions in the ring, they are merely recognized there. Think if you grow now, at this juncture, how would next 5, 10, 15 years look for you? It could be a difference of hundreds of thousands of dollars if you invest in yourself and change your destination. So, insight number 4, you should not live frugally. You should be able to enjoy luxuries and excess. But everyone tells you to get rid of debt, that you need to be on the austerity and cut costs. While that may be a piece of it, that isn't the point. The point is generating wealth, and the luxurious lifestyle you crave is within your reach. Financial freedom does not require frugality, and if this aligns with your dreams, then do understand that it's about healing your relationship with money so you can experience real wealth. See, our minds can be like a thermostat. At my house, the thermostat is set at 72 degrees. When the temperature falls down below 72, the heat kicks in. And when the temperature goes above 72, the air conditioning kicks in, keeping the temperature at 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, our minds are conditioned many times in a very similar fashion. If we are on the ladder of progress and are moving forward in our lives, our subconscious that has been programmed for a certain level of success starts sabotaging, bringing you down to where you internally believe you should be. Have you ever noticed such a pattern in your life? Times when things are going well, and it's not only in terms of money and wealth, but in all areas of your life. That is health, business, relationships, where you're doing well, and then you self-sabotage. See, this pattern repeats itself till you make a permanent change. You need to raise the internal thermostat to the level you want to be at. And while this is simple, it's not easy. See, for most of the people, money is a source of pain. We go on swapping our time for money and pay the bills, and for most, this cycle goes on and on. You now have the choices you can make. You will not have to work because you have to work, but you need to move to the dream state where you choose to work. Remember, everyone has 24 hours, both rich and not so rich. What the rich do with these hours makes all the difference. So, insight number 5, you need a chief financial officer for your life. Your company has a chief financial officer to manage finances, guide others, to make sound decisions and plans, and ensure that the company continues to grow and prosper. Can you imagine a large company operating without a chief financial officer? Yet few have a CFO, chief financial officer, for their life. As a chief financial mentor, I can offer you not only a changed mindset and a new relationship with wealth and money, but also strategies on generating more wealth, ways to save your wealth and how to grow your wealth. All these things are necessary for a wealthy lifestyle. The reason I'm in a position to teach you this material is because I've invested heavily in my own progress and success. I've invested well over $250,000 in trainings, and each time it has been a big decision. But it was the only way to get from $50,000 in debt to living the life of wealth I dreamed of. Do you have the thoughts of a king or a pauper? See, you manifest in your life what your dominating thoughts are, day in, day out. Thoughts are powerful things that you can control and channel in the right direction. If you're stuck with your money and wealth life, then there are certain things you can do to change it. Now, you will not change your destiny overnight, but your destination can change overnight. If day after day, hour after hour, your dominating thoughts are of scarcity, how to make ends meet, then you will manifest that in your life. See, our brains work with the dominating thoughts which we hold in our minds. We have around 50,000 to 70,000 thoughts per day. The problem is the thoughts we had today are the same thoughts we had yesterday, last week, last month, last year, and for those who are still stuck, years before that. Unless you change your thinking, your life is not going to change. That means to generate wealth, you need to start changing what you are thinking. Thoughts are really powerful. You know why? Because you can control your thoughts. There are a lot of things you cannot control in the world, but your thoughts, yes, you have the ability to control them. With the right thoughts, you can manifest what you want in life. Becoming consciously aware of your thoughts is the first step in making a change. To recap, if you are in the financial pain, suffering from day to day, feeling your life is stuck and have no room to get out of it, well, then it's time to change your mindset. Evaluate your beliefs, which are incongruent with your wealth beliefs. To identify them and then change them by taking you through an exercise from comfort zone to your dream zone. This is creating your vision, wealth vision for the future. All you need to do to end your financial struggle and get on the path to wealth and financial freedom is: wealth is mind over money. Your budget needs to work for you. Make your money work for you. You should not live frugally, and you need a chief financial officer for your life. Now you have a choice. You can walk away from this masterclass and not actually do anything with the information I have given you. You change nothing with your habits and beliefs about money and continue down the same path. You can continue to spend every dollar you make to never experience the wealth you have worked so hard to achieve. You can continue to wear the golden handcuffs, working because you have to, not because you want to. You continue to feel the stress and shame of being in debt, maybe even facing the difficult reality of declaring bankruptcy and suffering the embarrassment of your friends and neighbors, thinking your success isn't real. You can set an example your kids will follow, and they will struggle with money too. Or you can commit to heal your relationship with money. You can get the right help and support. You can get clarity on what you really want to achieve and have help building the precise wealth blueprint that is easy to follow so you can live the life you want. You can be proud of the example you are setting for your children. You can live without worry of unexpected expenses or economic instability because you have the resources you need to live comfortably. You can escape debt for good and avoid bankruptcy. You can have the wealthy and financially abundant life you have worked all these years to achieve. You can have the admiration and esteem that goes with the wealth and living a life with the luxuries you choose. Here's how I can help. My team and I have set aside some time in the next 48 hours so we can speak to you personally about how you can apply these ideas to your life starting today. Whatever your biggest challenges are, we have seen it and we know how to overcome it. We will get on the phone for 60 minutes and I'll ask you questions and understand where you are stuck and what's actually causing that pig headedness. We will listen to not just what you are saying, but what you're not saying. I'll help you get to it and we'll talk in great detail about your vision because without one, you will not have a roadmap. And then together, we will create a clear path from where you are today to that vision of how you want a need to end up. Now, if at that point we are able to support you more deeply and that's something you want to explore, we can discuss. But honestly, we don't work with anyone that we are not 100% sure we can help. And I invite few people to work with me personally. In either case, you'll have spent an hour talking to someone who is able to lead you to a depth of clarity that you have never experienced before. And if you aren't a perfect fit to work with us, we will give you recommendations or make a referral. If you're ready for a true financial transformation and to create wealth, fill out that form and pick a time that works for you for us to talk. If you're actually as ready as you say you are, I hope so. Because there's nothing subtle about the change that is coming. You don't want to miss this opportunity. Slots fill up extremely quickly, and as you can imagine, it's first come, first served. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. I look forward to speaking to you in person soon. Fill out the application form that you see around this video and let's talk.